What's up, you guys? Thank you so much for clicking on this video if you are new, and welcome back if you are not new. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing another video related to delivery driving. It's going to be kind of another tips video. I had a couple people request that I do this video, and I've been thinking about doing it for a little while now. As you can tell from the title, I'm going to be talking about multi-apping, how I multi-app, just a few tips on how I multi-app. I do want to say it's very much a learning experience. I feel like you need to do it yourself and then learn from yourself, but obviously tips are always appreciated. But I have them written down on my phone. Let me call you back in just a little. I just started recording. Okay, sorry, a little interruption from my mom. But I have some notes written down, and I'm just going to be telling you a little bit about what I do and how it works for me. So if you're not new here, I'm sorry, you're going to be hearing a little bit of stuff that I've already said. But I do DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber, and Favor. And if you want to know which one's my favorite, I have made a whole video about my least favorite and favorite delivery apps. So go check that out. I'll have it up in the cards here somewhere. I have a few tips. Hopefully they work for you. Obviously, you can multi-app if you have multiple apps in your area. If you don't, I'm so sorry. I mean, then you can't multi-app. I mean, that's just how it is, sadly. But first thing, do it the right way. Do not accept orders that you cannot get done in a timely manner. If you cannot get them done in a timely manner, you can get deactivated. DoorDash does not like it when you're late. Obviously, none of the apps like it when you're late, but DoorDash, you can see what time, it's supposed to be delivered, and sometimes it's hard to deliver it by that time because the restaurant's taking forever, but if it's your fault, that's on you. That is bad. Don't do that. I have never had a warning about being late. I do it very well, in my opinion. I never take orders that I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be like so late because of this order. Oh my gosh, but I'm going to do it anyways. No, if that's going to happen, I will unassign. That's just the way it is. It's not worth risking your job just for one order. You might as well just end it or not accept it at all. But oh, I also want to mention, because I know that I feel like this is a very common misconception, and I used to not know this either, but I'm going to insert it right here. It's in what you sign with DoorDash, I believe, when you sign up with them. So I will just put it right here. It pretty much says that you have the right to do whatever apps you want. They can't force you to only do DoorDash while you're on the DoorDash block or whatever, or not block. I'm getting Grubhub and DoorDash confused. But you know what I mean? When you're on the schedule, you're not required to only do DoorDash. So pretty sure that's a huge misconception. Look right there. Read it. Pause it if you want to read it. Recommend you read that so you know that yes, you can do this, but you can also get deactivated if you do not complete the orders in a timely fashion. So I suggest you don't take multiple orders at the same time together on different apps. Obviously, DoorDash can throw you 2 orders here and there. You can go do them. And so I'm not saying I ever do this, and I'm not telling you what to do. Oh, the lighting's getting weird. I'm sorry, you guys. But that's just what I recommend you not do. I don't think it's a great idea to take an order and then go somewhere else and pick up another order if you know the wait's going to be long. I think there is no harm if, say, you're on a DoorDash, Grubhub, whatever, and you get an Uber order. I don't really think there's harm in going to that place if it's really close or very close, like a mile or two, and getting that order and then going, because in my experience with Uber, the orders are always done. I have had on my hand, I can count on my hand how many orders I've had not be ready. Literally less than 5. So rare. It's certain places too that aren't, and I don't really understand it, but it is almost always ready. So you just walk in, get the order, and you're good to go. It takes literal seconds, and that's what I really like about Uber. So that is the only way that I would recommend if you already have an order and you need to go drop it off, but it's on the way, say this restaurant's on the way and it's an Uber order. Then I would say you do you. I am not telling you to do that. I'm not saying I do that. I'm just telling you what I think is okay, but obviously don't take my word for it. That's just my advice. Say you have a DoorDash order and you already have it picked up, you're not waiting anymore, and you get a Grubhub order. The thing I have noticed with Grubhub is that the orders are never ready. I don't know if they just send it to us right when they get the order or what. I wait, oh my gosh, so long for orders, and they always start getting mad at you and texting you you are not headed to the order, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my God. When I get there, I'm gonna have to wait 10 to 15 minutes, even 20. I mean, my goodness gracious, it is so frustrating. So I'm gonna make a little disclaimer here. I am not saying I do this, and I'm not telling you to do this, but I could understand why people in this situation would do this. So say you have a DoorDash order, you get a Grubhub order, Maybe it's a really good order, but you know that it's not going to be done because, let's just be real, Most likely not, 99 out of 100 times. And so you accept it and you go finish your DoorDash order and you head there and go get it. I have learned that when Grubhub is yelling at you and texting you like, are you not on your way to the order, blah, 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 that they're just tracking like if you're driving. I do not actually think that they are looking at your location and seeing if you're on your way. As long as you're driving and you're moving, I don't think they're going to send you that text. So I would not worry about that personally, but that's just what I think. So I would say it's okay to accept, an order like that. If you're about to drop off your other one and you know it won't be ready, then I really don't think there's a harm. You're just kind of wasting time that you would have already been there wasting. You know what I mean? So personally, I think that's fine. Like I said, not telling you what to do, not saying what I do, but that is my opinion. Let's just keep going. I'm sorry I went on and on about those. Let's just move on. Hopefully you understand what I mean by that. So if you have accepted an order or like say 2 orders for different apps and you know you're not going to be able to do one of them, just unassign. Like you can't do it on time, you're going to be late. Just unassign right then and there so the order doesn't get later, so it doesn't affect another driver. Just unassign from it. It is not even worth it at that point. Like just leave it be. It's not worth it. Okay, so this one is about Uber. Try not to accept an Uber if you already have another order in your car, if you know you cannot be there quick. Because like I just said, Ubers are like done like that. I think they send them to us when they're almost done or if they are done. So that means the person's already placed their order a while ago and you just now got that order. Do not accept it if you're not going to be there within like a 5 minute, 5-10 minute, however far it is away from you. But don't do that if you have to go totally out of your way, drop off another order and then go all the way back there. That is not fair to the customer. They could have already had their food. I know I wouldn't appreciate that. So especially with Uber, do not do that because Uber's really, really good about sending you orders when they're done. So just don't. If you start getting a lot of orders, it's really picking up. Say you have like 2 to 3 apps on and you're like, I can't even focus anymore. There's too many. Either just turn off the app. You're not getting the most at maybe, or like they're not the best orders. Pause it for a little bit if it's DoorDash or something, or just turn them off and just do 1 or 2 apps. That's my recommendation because it can get so stressful. Like you do not want to just be like decline. That's dangerous. If you're driving, you just want to be extremely careful. And so I recommend you just turn it off, pause it for a little bit. I always would pause it. I would never just turn DoorDash off just because the other ones are busy because you never know when they're going to not be busy. So I would just pause, and if I need to repause in 35 minutes, I'll repause it. That's my recommendation to you about that one. But yeah, just don't over stress yourself because I've been there. I have been there. I also want to mention that I think that if there are 2 orders, like say you have a Grubhub and a DoorDash at the same place and they're going very, very close, like even within 1.5 miles away from each other. I'm not saying I do this. I'm not saying you should either. That should be my new motto. I don't think there's any harm in accepting both of them. I mean, I don't think so. Maybe you do, and then just don't do that. Maybe multi-apping is not for you, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that if they're going very, very close and they're at the same restaurant because you're already there. And so it's like, what, So just want to throw that in there too. Another tip I have is, this is kind of straightforward, but you have no idea. This happens to people, okay? Double check the orders at drop off. If for some reason you have 2 orders in your car, you're dropping off the first order and they're at the same store and you're like, oh, there's 2 different bags. And for some reason in your head you think, oh, I know which bag this is. This is Susie's bag. No, that was Brenda's bag, okay? You just gave Susie's Brenda's bag. I think I worded that so weird, but you know what I'm saying. Double check the orders before you get out of your car, before you drop it off. Do not walk up with the food. Could you imagine walking up with the food and you realize as you're about to sit down, like, oh my gosh, this is the wrong one. And then they open the door. What are you going to say? Here you go. No. I mean, what would you say? That would be a little awkward. Oh, sorry. I have the wrong order. 1 second. Here's in my car. No, that's a little weird. So just make sure you drop off the correct order. Double check it, triple check it before you get out. Just make sure, you don't want to accidentally drop off the wrong one because now you don't just have 1 customer that's going to be annoyed. You're going to have 2 customers on your hands that are going to be like, I got the wrong food. So obviously at that point, I would just send the message, but I'm not going to ever be in that situation because I always make sure I check the name of the orders. And I kind of already covered this one, but like I said, I don't see the harm in accepting an order to a place that takes forever if you're on another one. Like I don't really see the issue with that. Obviously if it's an Uber, I wouldn't, but if it's like a DoorDash or a Grubhub, I don't think it's that bad at all to accept an order that you know is not going to be ready. And so I would go finish that other order and then go and do that one. That's my suggestion. My number one thing though is like, if you want to do multiple apps, you need to just kind of test it out for yourself and see what works for you, like what apps work for you. I mean, maybe multi-apping isn't the best for you. You have to be very good at, you know, doing different things at once because it can get very stressful. So you just want to make sure that it's not too overwhelming. Don't want to get in like a car crash or something, getting all stressed out. You know, that's definitely not worth it. All that money you just made went down the drain. But you just don't want to put yourself in that situation. So just, yeah, just learn, take it easy. Like start with just 2 apps and see how it goes. If you want to do 3, do 3. Like I said, I usually just do 3, but I have Favor on in the mornings when it's really slow because I'm not getting any other orders. I don't multi-app with Favors because like what? I mean, I only do HEB fleet orders. So it's just not, you know, I don't know. Usually if I was to, there's been a couple times where I'd be like, oh, I'll do this Favor after I go do these other ones. But then at that point, I'm getting so many other orders that I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do that Favor. Like, unassign me from it. You know, it's just because then I get busy. And so Favor just isn't really like a multi-app thing for me personally. But yeah, just see what you're capable of doing. You know, don't overwork yourself and don't overstress yourself. That is my suggestions, you guys. So I'm sorry. Like I said, it's a learning thing, okay? See if it works for you. Do it the right way. Do not be late because that is what will get you deactivated, not multi-apping. Multi-apping will not get you deactivated. Being late will. So don't do that. And don't let people tell you that you can't multi-app because that's false. It's false. I'm telling you right now, it's false. Unless they change it. If you're seeing this in like 3 years and they're telling you can't do that, okay, then obviously this video was like irrelevant at that point. But yeah, I'm gonna shut up now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you have not already. Please subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching this video. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye!